Oh, we know how you like it. Raw and uncut with DJ Baker.
Go out there, man. Do your thing. All right, go get it.
We're going to get some 2 a.m. Ricky on after this, please. Thank you. You know why I'm asking. I just need some 2 a.m. Ricky, okay? Make sure you put that in thank you, in the slots. Thank you. And while you're at it, can I get Taz the Realist too? Thank you. It was yesterday, but we it's always every day. Trans Visibility Day is every day for us here. This is like Pride is every day here. You know what I mean? Like, this is our house. It's our house. It's like our house. Let's get into it. I'm sorry. Let's get into it. Excuse me. What a day, though. Seriously. Happy International Transgender Visibility Day. It is also an international day. It's not just one local little day. You know what I mean? Often just considered the Trans Day of Visibility, shortened online to TDOV. That's for those who know. You know what it knows. It's an event dedicated to celebrating transgender people, raising awareness of discrimination faced by transgender people, and acknowledging their contribution to society. The first International Day of Visibility, Transgender Day of Visibility, was held March 31st, 2009. 2009. I really, it was something that sometimes I wish that my gay mother was around for. There were some things that she didn't get to see. The trans people rise to the occasion as they have in the past 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? From entertainment and Poppy and and the whole Pose show and all the documentaries. Just so many. All the successful legislators that we've, put into our government that are trying their best to, navigate a system that is broken and riddled with white supremacy. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like when we send people into government, we're sending them into war. It's a war of power. And so when we send our trans sisters and brothers up into and they and thems, then we send them into a hostile work environment. You know what I mean? I think that my gay mother would be really excited about T.S. Madison, and the house that is this the house? Can you pull that up for me? Because I want to get the name of the house right. Is it just the T.S. Madison house? No, it's the T.S. Madison Starter House. It aims to provide a housing security and transform the lives of Black trans women with the experience in sex work. This is why my gay mother would love this, because she was a sex worker, and I guess that's maybe why I'm sensitive to sex workers. I always have. I think even when when I was doing the Do Dirty show, it was the reason why I was so focused on, giving sex workers a leg up. I think that they are way marginalized. I think they're down there with trans people, and the way that they're looked at by all communities, including their own. You know what I'm saying? And so it's so interesting that that she opens this house specifically for women who generally, when she was coming up, that was the avenue in which you were able to make money, because you weren't able to get a job, because you weren't able to transition at your job, or you didn't have the ID. Getting IDs were very, different. Now we see the importance of these IDs now that certain people, trans people of, high status have been, told this is the way it used to be. Remember back in the day when it used to be? Get used to that. You know what I mean? It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. But I could remember, all the times that, my gay mother would come in from a long day's work, but certainly didn't take long, and certainly came back with a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? She paid my rent for some time when I was going through it. I was going through job, transitions and stuff. You know what I mean? And I think I was going from Verizon to UPS, and I was making that transition. And she kind of helped me with with my monies. You know what I'm saying? And oh God, she would go out for like what? Oh God, it was like maybe 2 hours. She'd go out. I'd watch a movie, and I'd be the end of the movie. I'd be washing dishes and stuff, and here she comes in. Ding dong. Girl, let's go for a drive, pick up some things, and come back home and have a good time. And it'd be like 3 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean? I was an early riser. Even when I wasn't working, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning for no reason. Bing. I was made for the life of the friend of a sex worker. You know what I mean? And the son of a sex worker. Okay. So that's what it was. When she'd come back, she'd have a whole lot of money. We'd go, get her drugs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She'd have her whole drugs of choice. She'd teach me all these, these things about men that I really never got an opportunity to understand from anyone else. And I'm not talking about, anatomy. I'm talking about like I think about the things that I got in trouble with in my life after she told me about certain things, right? And you think about those people now, you're like, those relationships and the mistakes that I made. And I was like, most of them were warned by my gay mother. Watch for the ones that are so possessive. They end up, showing up at your job. You may think that's cute at first, but that's not cute. You know what I mean? Recognizing the tick, tick, boom when they manipulate you, because brothers, you used to say, you can say these brothers be acting all masculine in the streets, but they're very sweet in the bedroom. So if you want yourself a thug, you got to understand that their emotions are very, 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 very sensitive, because they got this hard shell around it the most of the time. So when they let it go, they let it go, And that would cause a bond that, specifically if you're entering them, because, I was a top. And I still am, but you know what I'm saying? I was like a ravaged top then, like yeah. And I don't even ask the question, was it spit and shove it? You know what I mean? So it's like, but if you're gonna do that, you realize that they're giving up something that they've probably never given up to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Because of the stereotype. And she was 100% right. She was 100% right. So, shout out to T.S. Madison and the Starter House. It's really important. Shout out to Dominique Morgan. I saw that they were there. I saw the Gay Magazine was there to help cover the situation and get out the word, But every time I think of what T.S. Madison delivers to the community, I think about the people it would have benefited. And I believe in my soul that I know my gay mother would be benefiting. Not maybe from the situation. She'd probably have a house by now or something. She got herself together. But she would have seen something that almost like she wish she had that. And to see the progression of, T.S. Madison taking the money and the power that she has been given. You know what I'm saying? This is what is given to you. This is why people are so possessive when it comes to, the business. But it's given to you. There's someone who says, you know what, pick T.S. Madison, let's go. She's working hard. She could do it. Why not? Let's give her the opportunities. And then when she did with the opportunities, she did this. And so I know maybe I'm thanking T.S. Madison through my gay mother. Maybe that's what I'm doing. And if that's what I'm doing, then thank you, T.S. Madison. Thank you so much for opening up the Starter House. And, doing good by the community in which that served you. You know what I mean? And that we serve each other. This is amazing. It's a blessing. And big shout out to all the trans people out there that that you are loved. Shout out to JT. And so she sent out a special message. And she had that song that she did called, I think she spit some bars about the trans sisters, and the trans sisters have always been excited about that. But shout out to our trans men. trans non-binary. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of the trans girls don't see you either, honey. But it's okay. We got one in the room, and I always love you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, let's get out of here. That was cute. That was cute.
Oh, we know how you like it. Raw and uncut with DJ Baker.
Go out there, man. Do your thing. All right, go get it.